Some mayors didn't just fail their cities. They turned them into nightmares. Entire communities crumbled under their rule. And the chaos they caused shocked the nation. You're about to meet the worst mayors in American history. The story of America isn't just about presidents and the White House. It's also about the leaders who run our cities, the ones closest to the people. But not all of them are heroes. Some wield power like a weapon. Some exploit it for greed. And some bring their cities to the brink of disaster. Today, we're diving into the shocking stories of the worst mayors in U.S. history. The corruption, the scandals, the sheer chaos, and how their actions rippled far beyond their city halls, even shaking the American government itself. 1 James Boss Tweed, New York City. In the mid-1800s, one man controlled New York City like a king, James Boss Tweed. Tweed wasn't just a mayor. He was the puppet master behind Tammany Hall, the political machine that dominated NYC. Contracts, public works, city money, it all went through him. And what did he do? He stole it. From hospitals, schools, even the streets you walked on. And here's the shocking part. He wasn't subtle. Tweed flaunted his wealth, hosting lavish parties. While most New Yorkers lived in poverty, newspapers exposed him, cartoonists mocked him. But it took years before the American government could finally bring him down. By the time Tweed was arrested, the city was in chaos, trust shattered, and the scale of his corruption became a warning for generations. To Marion, Washington, D.C. Fast forward a century, and the nation's capital would face its own storm. Marion was a man of charisma and controversy, loved by his supporters, feared by his critics. Barry's career was a roller coaster of triumph and disgrace. In 1990, he was caught in a drug sting, on camera, arrested, convicted. Yet somehow he came back, re-elected, twice. The city struggled under the scandals, crime rates, and mismanagement. Barry's story shows how a mayor can be both adored and reviled. He reshaped Washington, D.C., not just with policy, but with his outsized personality and his impact on the American government, a cautionary tale of how charm alone isn't enough to lead a city. 3 Kwame Kilpatrick, Detroit. Detroit, once the pride of American industry, faced its darkest days under Kwame Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's career was built on promises of renewal and progress, but it crumbled into corruption, criminal charges, and lies. Text messages revealed a web of deceit. Public funds vanished. City employees were manipulated. And Detroit, already struggling, plunged further into financial crisis. His scandals were not just personal. They affected every resident. Schools suffered. Services collapsed. And the trust in city government? Broken. For Richard J. Daley, Chicago. Chicago's political machine has always been legendary. But under Richard J. Daley, power became a double-edged sword. Daley could get things done, but often at the cost of fairness, justice, and safety. His heavy-handed approach to protests, especially during the 1968 Democratic National Convention, left the city in turmoil. Police clashes, injuries, arrests. Daley's rule showed how control without accountability can turn power into oppression. He was a mayor who shaped Chicago, and in doing so, showed the dangers of concentrated power in American cities. 5 Antonio Villaraigosa, Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, Antonio Villaraigosa promised change. But the results were mixed. City systems faltered under his administration. Public projects overran budgets. Corruption allegations surfaced. And while LA is vast and complex, the failures during his tenure left scars on public trust. Villaraigosa's story is a modern reminder. Even well-intentioned mayors can mismanage resources, and decisions at City Hall ripple out to millions of lives. Lessons from the worst mayors. What ties these mayors together isn't just corruption, scandal, or incompetence. It's the abuse of power, the ability to influence, to shape, to control a city, and the consequences when that power is unchecked. From Tweed to Kilpatrick, These stories remind us that city leaders impact more than streets and schools. They influence trust, law, and the very functioning of American government. And here's the hard truth. History doesn't just judge them for what they did. It judges us, the citizens, for allowing it. The worst mayors in American history didn't just fail their cities. They shattered trust, fueled chaos, and left lessons that still echo in the White House and beyond. The stories of these mayors are more than history. They're warnings. Warnings about power, corruption, and the cost of letting leaders run unchecked. If you want to uncover more hidden truths about U.S. presidents, the White House, and the secrets of American government, hit that like button and subscribe. The deeper you go, the more shocking the stories get. History isn't just in textbooks, it's alive, and sometimes it's darker than you ever imagined.